Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you about foundation, and this is something that I really want you to test out for yourself, because I think that when you're doing your face every single day, it's so easy, shaky, it's so easy to forget. So I haven't put any foundation on this side of my face. On this side of my face I have foundation, RCMA in KO8. I also have a tiny bit of cream blush applied right here. And it looks like skin. That looks like my skin, just like I've got really, really good skin. There's no powder or anything else on there at the moment. What happens when we're doing our foundation is our face is changing every single day. It's never usually the same. Some days we need more coverage, some days we need less, but most of the times we need a lot less coverage than we think. The aim of a foundation is to even out your skin tone. It is not to erase every single thing. And this video became apparent because I was in Cardiff and walking around, and the amount of foundation I saw women wearing is just immense. It is so heavy and so thick. So this is the side that I would consider to be a really good foundation application. Now, if you've got really, really problematic skin, then yes, you may need more foundation, or you may need more camouflage or concealer. Now, we tend to apply our foundation and we buff out, whether we're using a sponge or something else, whatever we're using, we just tend to do the same procedure. But we don't look like, some days you may need a lot less foundation than you think, and other days you may need a little bit more. But the goal of this foundation is to even the skin tone out. That's it, just to make it a bit more even. And what we do is we then say, okay, I can see a little bit of discoloration here. I'm going to layer more on. And I'm going to keep layering this foundation till it's really, really thick. And all I've put on now is 2 coats from RCMA. And again, and yes, this layering procedure will give you a more flawless skin. It will look more flawless. Now, this may look more flawless than that, but you can see, I think you can see, it looks heavier, it looks thicker. And then of course we've got to powder the bloody thing as well. So we just build up all this coverage, and all this foundation sits on our skin and screams foundation. And what we want is it to scream skin. This is my amazing skin. And this isn't. This is heavy, heavy foundation. And I've actually gone really lightly, because a lot of time we go much, much heavier. And if you have an area of discoloration here, you're still better off to use the very minimal amount of foundation that you can, and then use a product that has a thicker consistency or texture just to cover that single area. That's it. But we keep building and building and building, and then when we powder, the look becomes even heavier. And then of course we've done foundation, and then we think, oh, I need to put some concealer on. So we then go to concealer, and again we're applying it heavy. I've got concealer on this eye, but it's been blended just to the area that's dark, which is just here. So then we blend that out, or we use our finger, or we use a sponge. And then we might think, oh God, look, there's still another bit of darkness there that's coming through. So we then use more. And all of this texture is building up on our skin, making our skin really look very, very heavily made up. Now, I was self-taught as a makeup artist, and then I went to makeup school. I was taught to use a lot of foundation, but mainly because this was for photography work. They're always assuming that you're going to be working in photography or fashion or on red carpet. And on red carpet, there really is a lot of makeup to make your skin look that kind of amazing. You need a lot of makeup, and that's fine. But in day-to-day life, do you really need to use huge amounts of foundation? What I want you to do is, whatever foundation you're using, I want you to use half that amount and just come back and see what you think. Does it look better? Does it look worse? Does your skin look more skin-like? Also, the more we layer and then we move our mouth and our faces and our eyes, the more texture, the thickness that we have on our skin, every time we do the micro movements, it lines and it creases. And the more product you have there, the more it's going to crease, the more it's going to become apparent. So yes, your skin is now smooth, you don't have any discolorations, but now you've got bloody lines all over your face where you're moving because your foundation and your application was so bloody heavy and thick. So all I want you to do is think about, when you're applying your foundation next, how much you're applying, and try and use less. See what happens, or blend more. But just give it a go, and then say, okay, look, it didn't work. I really do need more foundation to make my skin tone more beautiful. Or maybe you'll be surprised and think, well, actually, I really didn't need that much, because maybe today you've got good skin, maybe you don't have as many blemishes, or maybe you don't have as much redness today. And I'm aware of people who have very acne prone skin, and yes, I think that is a more appropriate time to use a more full coverage foundation. But again, try and use it still with the goal to even out your skin tone, not to eradicate every single thing on your face, because it looks great in photos, but in real life it's so thick and heavy, and this camera may not be picking up the real textural differences here, but they are so, you can see the thickness when I look in the mirror here. And yes, it looks a little bit more flawless and the coverage is better, but I'm sacrificing, especially when I powder it and as the day goes on, I'm sacrificing the look of really nice, gorgeous skin for a foundation that's very thick and heavy that everybody will see the moment I look for it. So give it a go, and then leave your comments and let me know what you think, or leave a comment and then update your comments after you've given it a go. See what you think. Each of us are different, but I always think the minimal amount of foundation you can use, the better. And yes, I've done foundation tutorials with the Kim Kardashian where it requires a lot of foundation, a lot of concealer. That's to be expected. They wear a lot of makeup, so we follow that. But try and use it as little as possible. See what it looks like, and we'll give it a go. Maybe I'll do an updated sort of Kim Kardashian style one, using a very minimal amount of product, including concealer, to still get that effect, but look like skin. Let me know what you think. If you like it, thumbs up. Why not? Don't forget, all my information on all the different social media aspects, like Google+, which I'm really loving, are all in the description bar below, and there are clickable videos coming soon. Thanks so much, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.